Hi, yet another website for your journal paper search or your publication. So, the site is connectedpapers.com. So here, if you see, they give you a visual representation of how your journal paper is connected and what are the other papers or references which you can put into your journal. So it will be easy for your reference search and to find out about the details of how your journal, how to get ready the content for a particular journal paper. So here I'm just putting a very generic topic. So I'm just putting in data security. Maybe I'll take the first one. So if you see, generally. The title, whichever title you're searching for, so it just tries to bring out which was highly repeatedly searched or based on the author or the year in which the paper which was actually searched a lot for the actual content of the particular topic. So here I've just taken the first one, data security with your cloud computing. So it is just waiting to create server here, connect to the server here. So just building a graph based on the title you've chosen. So there are a few sample graphs which are available here. You can just see how the final output is going to be. So here, so once the graph is built, we can just check out how your data security with cloud can be properly connected with the other journals which are available. So I've got the graph here. So this is a paper I've chosen at first, data security in the world of cloud computing. Here, if you see, you can just see overall the authors of the paper and this particular graph. So what this graph actually means is the highlighted one is a paper which you have chosen, the first paper which you have chosen, and all the other points available are the papers which are closely connected to this particular topic. So the nearest it is to the particular paper, the particular paper, the more connected it is. So here you can just go and click on any other paper which is available. Okay, so it just shows you where it was published and what are the number of citations. So you can just go to the farthest also. So if the particular paper is available, if the particular paper is available in open access, you will be getting this PDF link also. So you can just open and download the paper. So you can so since it is in open access, it is just freely available. So few papers might not be freely available, so you can just go and check where if you have an account in a different site where you can download it. So you can just check it out there. So here the next thing is, so there are three options available here. So one is Semantic Scholar. So the Semantic Scholar generally just shows you how generally it's like devise a paper of how it's being how it was published, where the reference was taken as a citation, and what are all the other related papers. So that is also another website where you can find out related papers. So it's almost similar to this, but this has an extra graphical representation which makes it very easy to find out which is near most related and which is too far away. And we have your publisher page and your Google Scholar too. So most probably all researchers or anybody trying to publish a journal, generally they do have an account in Google Scholar to find out what is the actual citation for their paper or for their content. So this one just it has a higher ease of access for you to find out your references. So that's it. So the next tool or next website which could be useful is your Arxiv. So I'll just go with that also here. So here, if you see, so Arxiv is a site, website or tool developed by Cornell University. So this is a place where papers are published. Unpublished or undefined papers are here present here. Even before they publish in a proper journal, they can be published here, and this can be referred to that particular journal later on. You need not go for your change of formatting and stuff, you can just give the link of this archive there. So here I'll just put in for a search. So here also we can just choose from whatever subject you need. So from there you can go, or else if you are aware of a particular paper and you know any particular paper's title or the journal, whichever you want, you can just, I'll just take this. It might or may or may not be present. I'm just taking it from here. So there was no archive link there, so it's not an so here if you see, I'm just trying to search, so there's no query. So if there was, so here in connected papers, if there it is present in archive, so you'll be getting this archive symbol also here. So if it is present, you can directly go from here. So here I'll just take up again, I'll take up data security. I'm just putting in a very generic title. So there are a lot of papers available. So I'll just take the first one, which is just return back. So here you got your PDF, you got your others, so you can just open the paper and see. So it's almost like an open access where you can find the paper as it is. So it's not been published in any journal. Before publication, they can just put out the idea, they can just put out this. So here if you see in the paper, so it's given, so the date and the month and year when it was published, all the details are given. So there is no do not be afraid that the idea will be taken by others. So even if it is so and they have taken the idea to publish it somewhere else, you can just claim from your archive link that you can just make sure so that doesn't progress. Okay, so that's a kind of a small security which is being given. So I'm just clicking on the paper ID. So every paper is generally given an ID. So once you go to the paper, you can just check. So you can just see the abstract which is present, and here you can they have here their ID, and here if you see, you can just check out what are all the various tools and maps and where you can find out. Okay, so the so generally if there is a here if you see, they have given some data provider and your lit maps. So lit maps, all these are tools which are currently present to help out. So for this particular paper, suppose if the code was also given while submitting the paper, so those things, those tiles will be available here. So if there was a code available and if there are demos available, so you can find out. And also you can, there are a lot of lab options in your archive. So here you can just go and find out what are all the various labs which is enabling the people to submit papers in the do their work, implement their work and submit the data. So that's it. You can just see with all the tools and see with all the tabs what are present. So if a particular paper has all the content, and so you also have other areas where you can select here you can just see in ORCID and ACM classification. So based on what you want or what you need, some idea if you need to find out about the paper, so you can just check out. So for a few papers you might have this data here. Okay, so for a few papers, I'm not able to find it now actually. So that will be it. So and you get an authentication that this is your paper and it has been submitted, and you get the email ID. You can connect to these people. There are mail IDs of those people available here. So if you want to connect to the authors and you need to connect with them, you can just connect and you can start doing your work alongside them. So it helps out. Okay, so it's an authenticated website and it helps people to post their ideas out so that they can get back comments and they can find out how things are going to work on with their particular journal. So thank you.